Truck driving is one of the most common forms of work for Australian men, and many love it.
You're kicking the road, you're doing your own thing, no one over your shoulders saying, hey, fix that thing. It's a good feeling.
But there are also serious downsides.
It's long hours, lonesome hours, in behind the wheel. You get pressures, there's the pressures of meeting deadlines.
Has it shortened my life? I don't know, I'm still here. But I wouldn't say it was a healthy lifestyle by any stretch.
New research backs this up with some disturbing findings.
Around 30% of drivers in our survey had 3 or more diagnosed health conditions, which is almost 4 times the average of the Australian population.
While most research into truck driving has focused on road safety, a new study funded by industry, the Transport Workers Union and government has taken a different approach, carrying out the largest ever national survey of the overall health of truckies.
We believe that a healthy driver is going to be a safe driver. And now what we have is the data to back up perhaps what people in the industry have known for quite some time, that it is really quite difficult for drivers to be healthy and stay healthy at work.
Few know more about the perils of transport driving than Jerry Brown-Sarr. He retired last year after an extraordinary 60 years on the road.
I was told your first 12 months, if you survive that, you might survive a few years in this industry. Well, I survived the first 12 months and survived, but a lot of people don't.
But he's paid a price for his years behind the wheel.
You just got to put up with it. And the problem I've got at the moment with my own hips comes from falling off trucks. And it's that long ago, you can't get a claim on it. You've got to live with it, find a way to live with it. And that applies to a lot of drivers.
1 in 3 drivers who completed our survey reported back pain, and 1 in 4 reported high blood pressure being diagnosed.
For truck driver Frank Black, the biggest challenges have been keeping his weight down and maintaining relationships.
Obviously I'm a little bit overweight and it gets stressful. It's also had an impact on personal life. Like I'm divorced and had a couple of failed relationships, which I put down to the nature of the job, that you're constantly away,
Former driver Robert Bell says he missed too many family birthdays and milestones while on the road and paid a price for decades of poor eating at truck stops.
I was 126 kilos or something at one point, type 2 diabetes, just really uncomfortable, couldn't stop eating.
And in our survey, more than half of the drivers are considered obese, which compares to about 33% in the general Australian male population. There are a lot of obstacles to eating healthily as a driver. It's not easy to park your 18-wheeler next to the supermarket to fill up on fresh fruit and veg. And there's also a limit to how much you can actually carry in the truck with you.
Robert Bell underwent gastric band surgery and has recently left the industry to pursue a paralegal career, which he says is far less stressful than life on the road.
The stress is there, the stress of having to try and fit in with all the lawful things you're supposed to do against what your employer wants you to do and all those sorts of things.
When it comes to mental health, exactly half of the drivers in our survey reported some levels of psychological distress.
Work safety researcher Dr. Ross Isles says one of the great paradoxes of the survey was that despite the alarming health findings, most drivers felt they were doing okay.
Even though drivers had these multiple health conditions, that they still rated their ability to do their job as really quite high. And it's quite difficult to explain why that is. We think it might be due to that, the can-do attitude of truck drivers, that they'll do what they need to get the job done.
If you're not an employed driver, you're a subcontractor, You haven't got the time to worry about illnesses and sicknesses. You just got to go to work.
The research shows there's no quick fix in making truck driving a healthier job.
What we really need to do is to provide drivers with better areas to stop, with better places to have hygiene, a place they can exercise, and much healthier food. Otherwise, these problems are just going to keep increasing and increasing.
A key problem is the pressure many feel to stay behind the wheel.
You only get paid by the kilometre, so you only get paid while the wheels are turning. And that's, to my mind, that's one of the biggest problems in the industry.
Jerry Brown-Sarr says although he doesn't regret his life as a truckie, he believes few will match his 60 years.
And I'm a dinosaur, and in future you won't find dinosaurs in this industry. They'll do 20 years maybe tops and they'll get out of it because of the pressure of it.
Hi, I'm Lee Sales. Thanks for watching this story. If you'd like to watch more of 730's stories, they are on the left of your screen. And tap on the button below to subscribe and get the latest from ABC News.